Good morning, this is Dr. Richard Pennington with the chemistry program at Georgia Gwinnett College. And what I want to show you today is the correct method to weigh out a solid product using our digital balance here and using a weigh boat, okay? The idea is, if you have some solid product like this nutmeg here and you want to weigh it out, the one thing that you really don't want to do, because this is going to be kind of a mess, is take some of this product on your spatula and slowly take it inside the balance here, because inevitably what will happen is you'll spill it, and you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that all the product that you get out on your spatula goes into the weigh boat. So here is the correct method to do so. The first thing you need to do is to make sure that you put your weigh boat on the balance like so. Now that weigh boat has a particular weight associated with it. And you want to make sure that at that point with the weigh boat on top of the balance that you then set the weight reading back to 0. Currently it's telling me the weight of the weigh boat, saying it's about 0.655 grams, which is fine, but I want to have that reading be 0, and to do that I press the T button, T equals tare. Now what that's done is set my numbers back to 0. So that means that whatever extra weight I put on the boat here is going to be the weight of my product only, which is exactly what I want. It just makes my calculations easier. So what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to put my spatula inside here, I'm going to take my weigh boat back out. Now the numbers here are going to change because I've taken my weigh boat off, but that's okay. So let's say I want to weigh out a certain amount of my product. Say I want to weigh out 0.3 grams or something like that. I'm just going to weigh out something and put it onto my weigh boat. Notice I didn't put it inside here at all. The spatula stays out. Then I put it back inside the balance, and what I do is I just read the weight. This says 0.281 grams, so I'm very close. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just adding a tiny bit each time. Okay, no spillage, nice and simple. Put it back in there, and that's 0.299, 0.3 exactly. Wow, I'm a genius. That is very nice, okay? That's exactly what we want. So after you've done that, always make sure, cap the solid that you are using, because if you don't and you knock it over, then it goes everywhere. Maybe you can blame somebody else for it, but anyway. So once you're done with that, take it off, just tare it again, and you are done with the balance. Now, at this point, we have a bunch of products in our weigh boat. Unless you're going to do a reaction in your weigh boat, which you're not, you want to take your product and transfer it into whatever flask you are using. So what I do is I take the weigh boat like this and I squeeze the two corners together. And notice it's going into more of a diamond shape, and then that's going to give me the ability to then pour it right into my flask. And then once everything's in there, throw out the weigh boat into the trash, and you have your precisely weighed product in your reaction flask. So no spatula inside there at all, no spills. That is how to use the digital balance to weigh out your solid product.